AITA for being rude to my SIL while she was breastfeeding in front of me. My 17 meters brother, 26M, and his girlfriend, 25F, had their first baby about a year ago. They lived 2 states over and finally brought the baby to my parents' house last weekend, where they will be staying with us for about 2 weeks. I used to get along well with my brother, but ever since his GF came into the picture, we don't see eye to eye. She's stuck up and entitled, and my brother always takes her side. It irritates me, but since they now live like 300 miles away, I don't think about them much. Yesterday, I was watching a TV show in the family room when my SIL came and sat on the couch near me. She started talking to me and she was surprisingly nice. She was asking me about my college plans and how school was. This was the first time in a long time we had a civil conversation. However, the baby started crying, so she brought him to where we were sitting and said it was his mealtime. She still breastfeeds him, so I told her I would leave to give her privacy. She said it was okay, so I stayed. When she loosened her bra and took out her boob to feed her kid, I felt uncomfortable. She was still talking to me, but instead of looking at her, I was looking away from her and speaking. She eventually caught on and told me it's rude to not look at someone when they're talking to you. I told her I was just trying to give her some privacy. I don't know if it's hormones or something, but then she got mad and started antagonizing me. She said she's a grown woman, and if she wanted privacy she would have gone to another room or told me to leave. She also called me a jerk. I said she needs to calm her tits and has no right to boss me around in my own home. She called me an asshole, went to complain to my brother. My brother called me a bunch of names and said he's going to teach me a lesson. My mom also said I was out of line for the way I acted and what I said afterwards. I was only defending myself from her rude remarks. AITA? I am 100% for women breastfeeding as and when they need to. Wherever. However, you offered to remove yourself from the room because you felt uncomfortable. You didn't ask her to stop or move away. You respected her decision to feed. She didn't respect your decision not to watch. She was out of line. You are NTA. NTA. It would have been weird if you were staring at her. I mean, she doesn't need to cover up. It is all very natural. But she also doesn't need to get upset when someone doesn't want to watch her. She was looking for a fight and found one. If you had looked too much, she would have called you a creep. You didn't, so she called you rude. You were in a no-win situation. Just avoid SIL. She will be gone soon and you won't have to worry about it. NTA. As a woman who is attracted to women, if there is an exposed breast, I avert my eyes until it's covered. And that doesn't have anything to do with being uncomfortable around the act of breastfeeding itself or even partial nudity. It has to do with making sure the other person knows I'm safe for them to be around and not trying to even accidentally ogle them. I'm actually pretty damn comfortable being around female nudity, and I'm able to manage my eyes and thoughts just fine on my end. But that's not something I'm going to assume other people understand. I'm sorry your SIL was so quick to take offense and make judgments about you. NTA. I am a big supporter of breastfeeding being normalized. There is nothing sexual about a baby eating their meal. Breastfeeding is like bra straps. It is a you problem if it makes you uncomfortable, so look somewhere else. Which is exactly what Op did. He wasn't rude or a jerk. He just looked away. This is a perfectly acceptable compromise so everyone is comfortable. I am frankly side-eyeing her as she seems to be stirring up trouble and picking fights for no reason. NTA. She can breastfeed if she wants, but what she can't make you do is watch her. Like, what the hell is up with your family? NTA. It's weird she wanted you to look at her. NTA mostly. You dislike each other, so the stage was already set. She knew you were 17 and uncomfortable, and she was intent on chastising you. Most people would simply throw something over their shoulder if others were uncomfortable. Did she openly breastfeed in front of your mom and dad, or only you? You said they were there for a 2-week stay. What she said to you was an attack on you. She made no effort to have a civil discussion about it. Where you might be called an AH. It would have been better to just have left the room than to be rude in return. Equals you gave her excuses for why you were the bad guy she could tell on. But not responding in kind would have taken a lot of maturity. And many people would have blown up like you did. It will blow over. Make sure your parents know the details of exactly how it went down. Why does she want a 17-year-old boy to watch her breastfeed? You couldn't win and she knew it. I just wonder those who are stating, he could have told her that he's uncomfortable, were you all able to find the right words to express your opinion as a teenager? Did you all live a life where your families encouraged you to express your feelings deadpan face? He as a 17-year-old did better than most people I know in his age. He respected her when he continued talking to her while she put him in uncomfortable situation. He didn't look at her while talking because it was uncomfortable. A kid can tell that he's uncomfortable, so his SIL knows very well that he's uncomfortable. So did he respectfully convey his feelings? Yes, and that should be enough for her not to make a fuss about it. Show your family this post. AITA, this really felt like a test with no right answers. She did need to calm her tits, lol. NTA, she seemed like she was spoiling for a fight. You were in a now-in situation there. NTA, also. Why is a 26-year-old man with a baby threatening a 17-year-old who is also his brother? I feel like that part has been completely glossed over. NTA, your SIL is making you feel uncomfortable in your own home. Just leave the room next time. No matter what she says. She's playing head games and it's not going to end well. NTA, even if she is comfortable with her boob out breastfeeding, it's rude to assume that everyone in the room wants to be present for that. NTA, every time someone berates you over this, ask them why they want you to look at her boob. You averted your eyes politely. They're being weird and saying you should have looked. Your SIL especially. If she bothers you about it, loudly ask her, why are you so obsessed with getting me to look at your bare breast? Or, stop trying to make me look at your boob. Or, if you are under the age of consent where you live, I'm 17. Quit trying to make me look at your tits. Quote, turn it around on her. Nice and loud so everyone knows what's going on. You are 17 and you were uncomfortable. You are NTA. NTA. I'm currently breastfeeding, and if I was feeding my baby and someone either offered to give me the room or looked away and kept talking, I'd be totally relieved. I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable any more than I want to be uncomfortable. NTA. I'm a grown woman. And I wouldn't have looked at her either. I would have felt very uncomfortable actually. Being in the same room as she breastfed and was exposed. You did the polite thing and didn't look. She was being a massive awe.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.